Okay. As I was saying, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people watch me or look at me and go, wow, I mean, just, man, you don't give a flip what it looks like, do you? Well, I do, but once again, it's not about proportion with me. It's about the cuts themselves creating the figure. See? That face is not in proportion, folks. It ain't no more in proportion than the man in the moon. It's not. It's really not. It does not look like a proportionized face. You know? But what it is, it's the cuts, the deep cuts, the way it's shaped, that create the figure. They create the character. Not the proportion. As you notice, I don't take one thing out and measure it, do I? I just start cutting. And sometimes one character looks one way and sometimes another character looks another way. Or whatever. But it's just... the cuts to me are what matters. Okay. Just kind of getting this in here lined out. That's the area where you go and you sharpen your knife before you go up there and fool with it, because that's such a hard area down there between those legs. The wood is just really hard to carve. A lot of people go, well, how come you don't put a lot of you figures you don't put sometimes I do, put the little crease around the chute and the boot. I don't know. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Just the way I feel whenever I carve something, in other words. Sometimes I like it better just the way it is. Okay. Now let's go down here where the crease of the pants are. I'm going to make a deep cut there. Now watch your, you don't get a part of your vest there. And I'll make a deep cut. Okay. Do it again. See, I just keep making a deeper cut. And you've got your crease in your pants there. There you go. People say, well, is that too deep? It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to say. And then a lot of carvers get, you know, I've heard a lot of professional carvers kind of go, wow, what in the world are you doing, you know? You want to get everything in proportion. No, I don't, folks. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just not that type of carver. I don't worry about everything in proportion so much. I look at it and I say, do I like that cut? Or do I like the way it's cut? And that's the way. See? And that's why a lot of people, when they look at my stuff, they go, man, I've never seen anything like this before. It's kind of strange. Yeah, it is, but then maybe I am too. That may be the reason. I don't know. I was the type of person to I just love to this is going to have to come down. See the shoulder back here? It's a little bit lower over here, so that's no problem. You just take that knife and you just whoom. A little bit lower. And look at that. Well, I'm going to have to come back a little bit lower than that, which means I have to take a little bit off here. There you go. But I think that's why a lot of people get kind of disturbed at me, is because I don't do things in a proportion of a normal way. I just, whatever I like or whatever way I see I like. Move a little wood back here. Bring this up. I'm going to take a little bit more wood back here. Okay. There we go. I think what it was just too much back here. All right, look at that. When I cut that portion there, got a little bit of my vest in there. All right, look at that. Now we're cooking with gas, as my old daddy used to say. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit more in this area. Look at that. Okay, now I'm going to take my little pencil here. Now I'm just going to kind of, from this kind of seam is the collar here, where it comes all the way around and goes down into this area here. Wait a minute, it goes into this area here. Let me erase that right there. Sorry. Sometimes I don't see too good. And I just take my knife and go around that collar. Come down the other side, and there we go. Then I take the edge of my knife and I just remove that. You get in here, you got to kind of see, I always take my knife later, clean it up a little bit. Okay. And then I just kind of come up here and have that little right in there. Right in there. Same thing over here. Let me cut this a little bit deeper in here. The key is just don't worry so much about proportion and things like that. These are characters, and that's why I love characters. Drive me nuts trying to make everything in proportion the way it is. It would drive me crazy. Now, we want to make this a little bit deeper in here. My knife, this area in here, I really got to get my knife in there and kind of clean that out. Take my see, if this area is a little bit bigger than this area, I don't worry about that. I mean, I know I'm not telling you don't worry about it. I'm just saying I don't worry a whole lot about it. And I take this and I just want to come around here. I just want to kind of swoop this down like this. And that's that's where the jacket meets. Come around like that. And come from the inside. Just like that. Look at that, see?